Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dancing with a Beautiful Robot. It's Sunday, we're Gremlin gaming, I'm smoking, let's go. It's a beautiful day outside, and birds are chirping when you arrive with Metaton at the venue where the show will happen. There's one day until the performance, and the preparations are in full force, with monsters and humans rushing from side to side trying to arrange everything in time. Hello, beauties! Metaton opens the door with a flourish. Everyone smiles when they see him, and you can't help but mimic them, seeing the effect the robot has on everybody. He walks across the room, greeting people and monsters with a grin, and you walk by his side, having your busy waving at your busy coworkers until Lion approaches Metaton. He nods at you with a small smile, and you nod back. The monster shows him a prototype of a dress for a play, and while they talk excitedly about new fashion trends, you look around the place. You make mental notes about where the dancers would go to change outfits and in which side of the stage they should enter from. Your eyes stop on a person standing a few meters away. Their copper hair is unmistakable. Not of this bitch. Archie? Is that his fucking name? Archie. Get fucked, Archie. His words from yesterday come back to your mind, making your brows furrow in annoyance. He's being a little twat. He begins to look your way and you turn around, shifting your gaze to Burger Pants, who's talking with two new interns, Bridie and Caddy. Oh, my bitches, my gals. We love Bridie and Caddy. Soon you can feel eyes on your back and you don't have to turn around to know who they belong to. Show Diana the sketch. I'm sure she'll love it. Metaton urges Lion on. The monster thanks him with a huge grin, admiration clear in his eyes. Your boss then turns to you after he leaves. Sorry to keep you waiting, beautiful. Come on, the stage is this way. You nod, following him, glad to be away from Archie's scrutinizing eyes. Honestly, yeah. Fuck you, Archie. Like, get your shit together. The usual noticeable sound of Metaton's boots on the floor is almost imperceptible with all the commotion. But everyone still turns to look around at him. Oh my god. But everyone still turns around to look at him as he passes through the corridors, waving at his employees with a trained pop star smile on his face. You pass by Diana, who's organizing several racks of outfits. She smiles at you when she sees you side by side with Metaton. You give her a warning stare, but thankfully she just shakes her head, chuckling. Haha. Your eyes widen when you look at the stage stretching in front of you and the huge space for the audience. You forgot how big it was. You can't imagine how many people can fit in this place. It's enormous. Hell yeah, the show will have a large crowd. Metaton bites his lip with anticipation. I know. I can't wait. I don't know why I said that like a fucking frat boy. His excited eyes then shift to a pile of papers on the ground. Huh? What's this? Metaton bends down to grab the papers and gasps when he reads what's on them. My script! How did it end up here? A movement on your right catches your attention and you see a little white dog peeking from behind a box. It winks at you before disappearing and you open your mouth to alert your boss, but then decide, for the sake of Metaton's sanity, and your own as well, it's better to not say anything. What's the script for? Metaton... Okay, this time it's not my fault. That's just wrong. That's not my fault. Metaton looks up from the papers as he answers. It's for tonight's play. Tonight? Oh, of course. You forgot a moment that Metaton still had his daily show to worry about. You really don't have a break, huh, boss? Aren't you tired? He lets out a dramatic sigh. Exhausted, darling. But the show must go on. You nod, knowing it to be true. And what's the play about? Oh, it's the story of a... He stops for a moment, a smirk making its way to his lips. A multitude of alarms go off in your head. Oh no. Oh yes, darling. Don't you want to help me rehearse my lines for the play? Duh. Sure, why not? Metaton claps excitedly, the sound reverberating in the empty... I don't know why. I just can't... Maybe it's the autism. It's the processing. My brain just can't do it. Anyway, Mettaton claps excitedly, the sound reverberating in the empty arena. How wonderful. Come on, gorgeous. He grabs your hand and takes you to the middle of the stage. You chuckle as he lets go. What's the story about? So first of all, it's a romance story. Naturally. You smirk. It's always a romance story. What a surprise. Mettaton waves a hand at you, tisking. Oh, shush. You chuckle and he continues. It's a romance story about a noble and a mercenary. The kingdom prohibits their romance, and they must fight against everyone for the sake of their love. Sounds a little familiar. That seems a bit dramatic. But you soon remind yourself that this is Mettaton you're talking about, so it isn't really a surprise. I'm going to be both characters in the play, so you can choose either one, darling. It's fine. Ooh. Keep in mind that the noble has a more forceful personality, and the mercenary just worries about everything. Alright. Oh. You look to the side, thinking hard about your options. Okay, here we Okay, the mercenary is forceful, and I feel like that's very much a Mettaton vibe, but I feel like that's what he's expecting. He's gonna think like, unless I have it backwards, but I think whichever one, oh no, my brain, I already forgotten. Either way, I think he's the forceful one, and that I would be the one who worries, but I think that's what he's expecting, so we're gonna flip it on him, and we're gonna pick, the mercenary. I think. I hope so. Wonderful choice, darling. Mettaton glances at his lines before looking back at you. Then, in this scene, the lovers are hiding in an alcove, waiting for the kingdom guards to stop looking for them. He beckons you with his hand. Come closer, beautiful. Ah. You breathe deeply and do as he says, still trying to maintain a safe distance between you two. But it proves futile when Mettaton grabs your hand and pulls you even closer. Ooh. He makes a dramatic, sorrowful expression as he looks at you. My love, what are we supposed to do? When in every corner there are eyes watching our movements, waiting for the moment to strike. Like Archie? Like fucking Archie's nosy ass? You're so moved by his acting that it's only when he arches one brow at you that you notice he didn't tell you the lines. You whisper in a rush. I don't know the lines. Just improvise something. Oh god. Mettaton whispers back, and you tisk, searching your brain for something to say. You clear your throat and talk in your best theatrical voice. We should be careful of spying eyes, my dear. I don't want you to suffer the consequences of being seen with a mercenary like me. This is just our own brains, my dude. He knows we're having a moment. Mettaton squeezes your hands. The others do not know what I feel deep in my chest. This ridiculous prohibition won't stop me from loving you. Hail you. Your stomach does an annoying leap at his words, and you tell yourself he's acting. Just acting. You should be called a thief, not a mercenary, my love, for you have robbed my heart. You smile at his cheesy line, trying not to let the smile transform into a chuckle. And you have enraptured mine in a way I cannot describe since the day we met. You lock eyes with his, putting more emotion in your voice. This is my confession. Even if this wretched kingdom forbids us from staying together, I'll always be by your side. You swallow dry, feeling like the lines hit a little too close to home. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Mettaton sighs and entwines his fingers with yours, making your eyes widen at the unexpected movement. But I'm willing to give up everything to be with you. There's something in his eyes so forceful that you have to look away for a moment, biting your lip. Are these lines really on the script? You're beginning to doubt it. Oh no! A box falls from a pile behind you. The sound echoes through the empty venue, making you jump and let go of Metaton's hand hastily. You look back and see the little white dog hiding in a hurry. Metaton didn't seem to notice it. You sigh internally. You were so immersed in making up lines for the play that you forgot you're in a busy venue where everyone could walk in and catch you both like this. Metaton's still staring at you, his eyes unreadable, and you begin to fidget, scratching your neck. I'm sorry, this thing's just still burning and I keep forgetting to put it out each time. Metaton's still staring at you, his eyes unreadable, and you begin to fidget, scratching your neck. Oh, I already read that, but whatever. The guards are getting closer, my dear. We must part ways now, before they see you with me. Metaton takes your hand again in his grasp and lays a kiss on top of it. I'll agree with this for now, my loved one. But, may I give you a farewell kiss as a proof of my undying love? You bite your lip hard. Is he being serious? Is this part of the play too? Except, obviously. Hello. There we go. You smile, deciding to cooperate. Ugh. You smile, deciding to cooperate with rehearsal. You may. Biting inside your cheek, you decide where he should kiss you. Oh my god. Why? I feel like that should be his decision, should it not? You smirk before puckering your lips jokingly. He's probably bluffing. He wouldn't kiss you just because of a rehearsal. He's totally going to, isn't he? You chuckle, but then your breath gets taut. I knew it was going to happen, but I still screamed. You chuckle, but then your breath gets caught in your throat when Metaton's lips touch yours. Your eyes widen in astonishment as his hands cup your face. You didn't imagine he'd do it. His lips are soft against yours. He's literally a robot. How? And your eyes start to flutter closed when Metaton begins to pull back. You're not sure you want this to stop now. We're gonna pull him closer, because I'm curious. Yo, move. You grab his neck and pull him closer, earning a surprised hum from your boss. Metaton smiles into the kiss and pulls you flush against him, kissing you harder as his hands keep you close. Jeez. No. You let out a groan and the sound of his whirring fan surrounds you. Oh no, it's Archie! Metaton? The voice reaches your ears and you pull away from the robot as fast as possible. He blinks at you with eyes. He blinks at you with wide eyes as Archie appears and looks at you both, a frown creasing his forehead. You turn your head away from Archie, realizing your lips are probably red from kissing Metaton. Metaton, you need to go over to makeup to get ready for the recording? Of course. He licks his lips and you follow the movement without thinking. His lips were warm and soft, and you wonder what kind of metal they're made of. It probably has to do with monster magic. I mean, yeah. Thank you for the help, love. You ignore the glare Archie's giving you and nod. Anytime, boss. The sound of his boots hitting the floor echoes in the venue as he goes to the door. Ooh, what a sick rhyme. I'll see you later at the studio, right? You remember that Metaton and the backup dancers will rehearse the choreography today. My throat sounds gross, hold on. You remember that Metaton and the backup dancers will rehearse for the choreography today. That's not what it says, but we're going along with it. To be ready for the performance. You nod and force yourself to give him a calm smile, pretending you weren't desperately kissing him a minute ago. Yeah, don't be late. Will do. He winks at you before walking through the door, a huge grin on his face. Toodles! I just remembered it's just us in the room with Archie now. You pass a hand through your hair. Metaton's reactions are confusing you more and more with each second that passes. You understand that the kiss was part of the rehearsal for his play, but you wonder if it could be more than that. Bestie, I don't think that shit was in the script. Was there even a kiss scene in the script? No, of course not. Nar. You touch your lips briefly. You didn't have an ounce of self-control a minute ago, but Metaton didn't seem to mind, nor did he give any indication that he'd fire you. What could he be thinking when he kissed you? Did it mean anything to him? It's when the door closes to click that you noticed Archie hasn't left. You're walking down a very dangerous path. Shut up, Archie. What the hell do you know? You straighten your posture, holding his cold gaze. I don't know what you're talking about. You can see him tightening his jaw in anger, but he manages to compose himself to maintain a level voice. Now I understand what you were doing that day. He gives you a look of disdain. I thought you valued your job more. I'd be careful if I were you. He says his piece and leaves, not giving you a chance to reply to his threat. What are you gonna do about it, Archie? You're not my boss. When the door closes again, leaving you alone in the empty stage, you sigh, rubbing your neck. Great. As if you didn't have enough things to worry about. Literally, Archie can get fucked. He's not my boss. Who cares what Archie thinks? One day to the big presentation, you kiss your boss and also make Archie hate your guts. Who cares? It's even more worrying that you can't bring yourself to regret any of it, especially the kissing part. Why should we? Literally, Archie can get fucked, dude. At least you have the excuse that it was Mettaton's choice to kiss you, but either way, Archie's right about something. Ugh. He's dumb. It's none of his business. You should be more careful about your actions. You don't think he saw you in Mettaton, but someone else could have, and that would surely ruin tomorrow's show. Would it? Would it really? Everything you and the others did would be for nothing. Would it? I'm willing to give up everything to be with you. Mettaton's words come back to you as you leave the venue, but you shake your head with a tisk. That was for the play. He didn't really mean it. Right? Later that day in your studio, you receive a text from Napstablook saying that the lyrics are ready and they'll record the song today. Did Mettaton find the inspiration he needed? You keep wondering about it until the backup dancers arrive. Going over the song once, you see they cleaned and memorized the steps and you're proud. Hello, darlings. Mettaton enters through the doorstep and the dancers greet him. He's in his normal form today as well, and he stands out as he takes... Oh my god, I can't fucking read. He's in his normal form today. That sounds even worse. He's in his normal form today as well, and he stands out as he takes his position at the front. Together they practice, and you walk around making sure the change of positions between Mettaton and the other dancers is working, and that both dances work together. Ooh. You continue until the sun disappears from the sky, giving place to many lights from the building. They shine like stars, replacing the hidden constellations that you can't see because of the strong lights of the city. Alright guys, you're dismissed for now. You close practice when the song ends another time, and the dancers give a tired cheer. Don't forget to rest. Tomorrow we'll go over the choreography's chores again at the venue, so remember to arrive early. After they leave, Mettaton leans on the bar, fanning himself, his fans working hard to cool him down. It'll be a huge success, darling. I can already see it. With your dance, Blukey's music, Shiren's voice, and my flawless body, voice, and personality, this performance will blow people's minds. You chuckle, grabbing an MTT pink glamour snack your boss bought you. I hope so. Being this close to him makes your mind wander to the kiss, the way his hands were holding you close to his lips. Being this close to him makes your mind wander to the kiss, the way his hands were holding you close as his lips fitted perfectly against yours, your breasts mingling into one. B. You blink, snapping your attention back to Mettaton. You spaced out for a moment there, darling. What were you thinking about? Me? You decide to be honest and see what he'll say, so you deadpan. Yeah. Oh. The robot looks at you without knowing what to say, and you chuckle at his reaction, rubbing your neck. You can't bring yourself to tell him what you were really thinking about. I was thinking that you learned the choreography pretty well. His face brightens up in an instant, and you see a hint of relief in his features. If it's because of the change of subject or the compliment, you aren't sure. You think so? But I'm having difficulty with a movement, darling. I was hoping you could help me. You stop in the middle of taking a bite from your neglected snack, furrowing your brows. Bean, are you okay? He danced perfectly to all the steps, so what was he talking about? Which one? This one. I'm trying to picture this in my head and it's not sexy. He makes a slow body roll, descending until one of his knees touches the ground. Your eyes lock on his frame and you swallow dry. Oh, this one. You put your food down and get closer to him, looking at your frames in the mirror. Do it again. Commanding, I see. Mettaton says, but does the movement nonetheless. You put a hand on your chin as you observe him. You can finally see his difficulty. You need to put your arms more back to... You need to put your arms more to the back like this. You do the movements yourself to show him, Mettaton's eyes never leaving your body. Like this? I don't know why I said it like that. He does the movement again, but it's still not quite right. No. You purse your lips, getting closer to him. Make the basic pose. He complies and you grab his metallic arms, putting them in the right position. Still holding him, you lock your eyes with his in the mirror. Now move. Mettaton makes the body roll as he gazes at you. You're pretty sure your face is burning right now, but you don't let go until he stops. There you go. Thank you, darling. His voice is soft, so uncharacteristic of him, and you look up at his face instinctively to see what's wrong. He's giving you a smile so warm that it makes your breath get caught in your throat. You shouldn't be allowed to do that, especially not after what happened today. It's already difficult enough to be this close to him. You nod, and you get away from the robot before something similar to what happened at the venue occurs. Grabbing your snack, you resume eating to occupy yourself. Napstablook told me you recorded the song today. I imagine you finished the lyrics then? Mettaton stands by your side and looks at you with a strange look in his eyes. Yeah, I finally found what I was looking for. You smile, glad that he was finally able to find the inspiration to write. That's great. You can... Ew. You can feel that... You can feel that there's something unsaid between the both of you, and as Mettaton helps you to arrange everything to close the studio for the day, a moment of silence falls on the room. You glance at Mettaton, seeing the lights from the buildings outside reflecting on his metal skin. Your eyes focus on his lips. You still can't get over that kiss. Maybe kissing people like that is a common thing for an actor like him, but you felt there was something more to it, and the uncertainty is almost driving you crazy. You're aware that tomorrow is the big day and that you are already lucky to not be fired for what happened today, but you can't help the doubt that is growing inside your soul. This whole week, Mettaton has been acting strange around you, and today was the last straw. You can't pretend this is oh my god. You can't pretend that this isn't interfering with your job anymore. If you don't hear it from Mettaton, you won't be able to rest. You think of a subtle way to ask him with a deep breath and start talking. Boss? Yes, love? You aren't sure when to... This is like 8 sentences in a row that I just can't do. Ow. You aren't sure when he began to call you love, but you aren't sure when he began to call you love, but you have many other things to worry about right now, so you put it to the side. That's something for another day. About what happened earlier at the venue with the play, was everything you said in the script? Mettaton blinks a few times before letting out a laugh. Of course. I had to improvise a little because of your new lines, beautiful, and I have to thank you again for that, but it was all in the script. A little pesky hope in your chest that wished there was something more crumbles at his word. Why do you ask? You wanted to hear it from him and you got what you wanted. You smile, trying to ignore the aching in your chest. I was just curious. Now you have no reason not to focus completely on the presentation tomorrow. But what about the surprise? A small voice says in your head, making you widen your eyes. The surprise! Mettaton tilts his head as he analyzes your shocked expression. Who's being a gremlin besides me right now? Stop it. What is it, darling? Is something the matter? What about my surprise? Your surprise? You narrow your eyes at him. I can't believe you forgot about it. Mettaton leans closer to you and whispers. About giving you what you've wanted for a long time? You tisk, backing up a step, and Mettaton laughs with all his soul. You cross your arms over your chest, unamused. Oh, darling, aren't you an eager little thing? You purse your lips. Come on, I've been waiting for a whole week. Yeah, bro. The fault. And I've been waiting for a year. Oh, spicy. Your eyes widen as his words reach your ears. What? Oh, look at the time. He looks at his wrist, but he doesn't have a watch. I have to go record the song. Wait, pause. I'll see you tomorrow, gorgeous. Toodles! Mettaton! You try to call after him, but he's already left. You sigh, picking up your half-eaten snack. Why does he have to make it so suspenseful? For real. As you finally leave the studio and the silence of the night surrounds you, the disappointment of hearing from Mettaton that all that happened at the rehearsal was in the script creeps into your mind, making you sigh. But you won't let it bring you down. It's better like this. Since nothing could happen because of the romance ban anyway, you have to move on and focus on the show. To relax for tomorrow, you decide to watch Mettaton's play at home. Like he told you, he's portraying both characters. In one half, he's the noble, and in the other half, he's the mercenary, his lover being a different person in each part. But during the whole 1.5 hour Mettaton... But during the whole 1.5 hour in which Mettaton declared his love to the other protagonist, there wasn't a single kiss scene. What happened in the rehearsal wasn't in the script. Suspicious. That's suspicious. That's weird. Yeah, my laptop sounds like Mettaton trying to cool himself down right now. Jeez. Humans and monsters run from side to side across the backstage, carrying clothes, makeup boxes, sound mixers, and more makeup boxes. Everything is chaos, and you smile, albeit a bit nervously. It's the big day. Everything is almost ready. You have 1 hour until the show begins. Looking quickly from behind the curtain, you can see Mettaton's fans already waiting, calling his name from time to time. All the tickets are sold out, so the place is full of humans and monsters who share a passion for the charismatic robot. There's a premium part of the venue, and you can see 2 skeletons there, waiting along with the crowd. You remember seeing them before in one of Mettaton's shows. And speaking of Mettaton, you haven't seen him since yesterday. He must be busy with all the preparations, even more so than everyone else. You still can't get over the fact that he lied to you about the script. For real, he was like, no, it was all in the script. No, it wasn't, my boy. You were just trying to get a little smooch. And it worked. You let out a small sigh. Why would he do that? Because he likes us, dummy. But you decide to worry about this when the show is over. You must give it your all to make the performance memorable. Woo! You go backstage to check if the dancers have already arrived. Looking at the buffet table, you see the little white dog and chuckle. It seems that they weren't able to make him leave. He begins to bark at the table, but when people try to give him food, he refuses to eat. That's weird. Maybe he wants something else. With furrowed brows, you turn to go and find Diana, but then she runs past you with her hand covering her mouth like she's going to vomit. Diana? You call, but she's already far away, heading towards the bathroom. You take a look around and notice some human employees are sitting on the ground. You take a look around and notice some human employees are sitting on the ground, their monster co-workers standing around them with worried expressions. A bad feeling settles in your stomach. What's happening? Medical assistants arrive to care for the sick employees, and you notice that the little white dog is barking more insistently at the buffet table. Only humans are close to it, grabbing plates with food. The monster employees prefer not to eat human foods in situations like this, since it takes longer for their bodies to digest the human food that slows them down. You get closer to the dog and he wags his tail, happy that someone's paying attention to him. Hey, what's the matter? You ask the dog and he growls at the table. With furrowed brows, you try to look around the buffet table for something strange when it hits you like a bucket of cold ice water. We didn't ask for a buffet. Mettaton always leaves the celebrations for after the shows. We've been fucking poisoned! Archie, question mark? He's the only, mean person we've met. You run to the front table, stopping your human coworkers from grabbing more food. Stop! Don't eat it! They all stop to look at you with furrowed brows. What's the problem? Did something happen? You nod, pointing to the food. Mettaton never asked for backstage buffets. This shouldn't be here. Some people wrinkle their nose at the food, putting it back on the table. What? Do you think it's poisoned or something? Well, I would, considering the only people sick are humans that ate this food. The person laughs and takes a sweet from the table before you can stop them. They chew and swallow the food with a smile while everyone stares at them. See? No problem. The others sigh in relief, but you have a bad feeling about this. The person shakes their head at you and tries to walk away. After the first step, they hiss, putting a hand over their stomach, a pained expression over their face. The little white dog growls while the person doubles over in pain. The other employees scream for help, and soon a nurse arrives to put the new sick person on a stretcher. What the fuck? This has taken a turn that I was not anticipating. You watch everything with wide eyes, unsure of what to do. Mettaton is nowhere to be seen. You see Napstablook floating in your direction. B, what's happening? The buffet was poisoned, Napstablook. Please, you need to warn Mettaton as fast as possible. You look around and see that everyone is beginning to get desperate. He needs to come before this transforms into chaos. I'll find him. What the fuck, dude? Napstablook gives you a serious nod before disappearing. You look around frantically. If someone's here to sabotage the performance, then the poison buffet is just the beginning. It's fucking Archie. The MTT Enterprise has lots of rivals, so it's not difficult to imagine that one of them did this. You frantically try to think of what to do, but the employees are You frantically try to think of what to do, but the employees are talking to you all at the same time and you can't focus. You're one of the managers, so they expect you to have a solution. Sighing, you rub your temples. Where are the other managers? What are we going to do? We need to call the police. If we call the cops now, the information of the poisoning will be leaked and the show will be ruined. How many humans ate the poisoned food? You tighten your jaw in irritation and whistle as loudly as you can. I can't whistle, sorry. Guys, calm down. Luckily, they all stop talking and look at you. We can't lose time. We have 40 minutes until the show. I need someone to make a list of who's ill and won't be able to participate. We need to find people to fill in for them. A human and a monster agree to do that and leave with quick strides. The others stare at you waiting. Whomever poisoned the buffet is probably not done yet. Keep an eye out for anyone suspicious. Red is sus. An employee arrives with 2 monsters in armor and everyone turns to look at them. They're 2 former royal guards from the underground who now work as security guards for Mettaton. You normally only see them when the situation is downright awful, so their arrival isn't a good sign. The white little dog barks at you and you turn to him, seeing him signaling for you to follow him. It seems important, and since the dog alerted you about the buffet, you should listen to him. I mean, yeah. Continue with the preparations, everyone. I'll be back in a moment. The employees nod, a little calmer, and you follow the little dog. He takes you to where Diana is sitting on the other side of the room, her face a pale color and a nurse by her side. Diana, are you feeling better? She gives you a weak nod. A little. B, I'm glad you're here. I saw a stranger going to the electric machines. I'd go after them, but I can't. You need to, go arrest someone? Oh my god, Royal Cardo too. Ah, bros. My little bros in love. You need to, arrest someone? You turn around and see the royal guards behind you. We can help, right, bro? The other one nods, his armor shining underneath the bright lights. When you're about to go into the electric machines, you see Archie walk by carrying a box. You watch him with attention, a frown creasing in your forehead. Where was he all this time? It's clearly him. Archie glances behind him, making sure no one is looking, and enters a corridor. His behavior is really suspicious, and you wonder why he's being so furtive? His behavior is really suspicious, and you wonder why he's being so furtive when everyone else is panicking or sick. You're divided between going to check the electrical machines and or following Archie to find out what he's up to. Oh, this is a big decision, dude. I do think it's Archie, but go to the machines? What if it's first. What if it's Diana? What if she's sick? But what if she did that to make us think that she was innocent? We're gonna go to the electric machines. I don't know if this is a bad decision or not. You decide to go to the corridor that leads to the electric machines with Royal Guard O2 RG. You decide to go to the corridor that leads to the electric machines with Royal Guard O2, RGO2 for short. The other guard went to investigate what RG's doing. You walk quietly side by side until you hear a quiet sound ahead of you, and RGO2 stops you from going further. He gives you a nod before going first. A man is kneeled in front of the machine's wires. You! Stop! He stills when he hears RGO2's deep voice, the plier in his hand shining under the dim light. He was trying to cut off the power. A second longer and he would be successful. He tries to run, but RGO2 grabs him by the neck with force. Jesus. Burrito, calm down. Let me go, you monster scum! Ugh, he's a racist. With a quick movement, RGO2 pulls the man under his big arms, immobilizing him. The man turns to you with furious eyes. Why are you helping these beasts? Can't you see they're invading our home? I wasn't expecting this to take a racism turn, but I suppose what should I expect from humans? You look at the man with disgust. The surface isn't humans' property. Monsters have the same right to be here as we do. Bring him, RGO2. Archie's a fucking human racist, isn't he? Huh. You accompany RGO2 as he brings the man back to the backstage. The man keeps trashing around non-stop, but it's futile to try to escape from RGO2's strong arms. Everyone turns to look at him as he's carried away by the Royal Guard. RGO2 nods at you. I'll, deliver him to the police outside. The information about the whole incident will be leaked as soon as he does that, but there's no other way. You nod at the monster, thanking him for the help. No, let me go! He looks at the stunned employee and spits on the ground. Jesus. You monster scum! Go back to where you came from. Oof. He groans in pain when RGO2 squeezes him, but soon resumes his shouting until his voice is just a faraway cry. What a piece of shit. You see RGO1 arriving with Archie, who looks pissed to have been interrupted. But apparently he wasn't doing anything wrong, just organizing some papers, and he soon goes back to it. I knew it. You sigh, looking back at the dejected faces of the humans and monsters. The human employee puts an arm over a sniffling monster's shoulder, comforting them. We have 30 minutes until the show. It's over. The sound of boots hitting the hard floor gets your attention. You turn to see Mettaton heading in your direction, ignoring the other managers by his side who are trying to calm him down. Everyone's faces brighten up at seeing the robot. He's already ready for the show, and the new clothes look amazing on him. They do. He looks pretty good. Diana really doesn't joke around. Mettaton gets close to you and gently cradles your face in his hand, expecting your face. Are you okay, darling? Did you eat anything from the buffet? You shake your head, and as much as you can... You shake your head as much as you can in his hold, your eyes admiring in awe the new red highlights in his hair. I'm fine. I didn't eat anything. Mettaton sighs in relief and lets go of your face with a careful movement, his metal fingers lingering on your skin. Thank goodness. He turns around to face the other monsters who are looking at you both with confused expressions. I would too. They're like, why the fuck does the boss care about her like this? You swallow dry, feeling your face heat up a little under their gaze. Gather everyone you can here, darlings. We need to have an emergency meeting. Now. The Royal Guards patrol the area to see if there's anything wrong, but it seems that the sabotage attacks have stopped. There's a buzz outside from various reporters trying to find out more about what happened, since they probably saw the saboteur being arrested, but RGO1 and O2 are guarding the entrances. The employees gather everyone backstage, and they circle around Mettaton, ready to listen to him. You can hear a worried murmur here and there. The list with the sick humans' names is in Mettaton's hand, and he looks around with a serious face. We have 15 minutes until the performance, darlings. First, we need substitutes for everyone who's ill. Lion raises his hand, and everyone turns to look at him. I could help with Diana's part. I know how to organize the outfits. Mettaton nods, grinning at Lion. Wonderful. Now we need someone to take care of the lights. In 10 minutes, almost every task is divided and everyone went back to the preparations. But Mettaton still looks preoccupied. What's the problem, boss? We still need a backup dancer. Oh. Mettaton looks at you with hopeful eyes. What do you say, darling? I know you'd prefer not to dance today, but can you do this for me? You swallow dry at the gentle tone of his voice. But I don't have the costumes. Actually, your eyes widen as Lion brings you a paper bag. Diana made these for you in case you changed your mind. You grab the bag from him with trembling hands. You can't help but be nervous at the sudden change. For the whole week, you prepared yourself mentally not to dance by Mettaton's side. The robot stretches a hand to you. So, love, are you going to dance with me? Obviously, we're gonna dance. Imagine if we said no. You take Mettaton's hand and he beams at you. I'll dance. You hear your coworkers let out a relieved breath. You hear your coworkers let out a relieved breath and you look around, seeing that everyone was waiting for your answer. Mettaton squeezes your hand with a grin before turning to the others. That's it, darlings. We can do it. We didn't get this far to let something like this stop us. The show must go on. The crew gives a powerful cheer, and goes back to work with renewed energy and hope. Mettaton gives your hand a little squeeze. Let's do this, darling. Hell yeah. With 5 minutes until the show starts, you stand behind the curtains in your costume, side by side with the other dancers. They're ecstatic to be dancing by your side, and you can't help but smile. Maybe it'll give them more confidence. If they only knew that you were as nervous as them. Your breath deeply hammer... You breathe deeply, heart hammering against your ribcage. When the lights turn off on the stage, all that can be heard is a scream from the fans. Mettaton laughs and looks at you. It's showtime! The crowd goes wild when Mettaton enters the stage and you and the dancers follow close behind. The bright, colorful lights shine and change in a matter of seconds, and the booming music seems to be at the same rhythm of your heart. You forgot how amazing it is to be in a performance like this, to feel the energy of all these people together and to be a part of the choreography with the other dancers. Mettaton is where he loves, the spotlight, the center of attention. The old dances go by fast in the blink of an eye, the fans knowing all of them by heart and singing along. And before you know it, you and the backup dancers go change clothes for the last time for the new song. Mettaton taps his feet compulsively at you as you all wait for the stage to be ready. The crowd keeps chanting, Mettaton, we love you! And you can feel goosebumps rise in your arms again. When you get closer to your boss and put a hand on his arm, he stops fidgeting. Let's show them what the MTT show can be. Mettaton grins and the crew signals that now is the time. Oh yes, darlings! He cries out and the crowds erupt into cheers. I hope you're ready for this one. This is the first time you're hearing the lyrics of the song, and it fits the melody perfectly. Besides the suggestive lyrics, the song is about taking risks to be with the one you love. Mettaton really has outdone himself, and his voice sounds as beautiful as ever. You let the melody guide your body, and are glad to see that the choreography... Hi, Burrito. That the choreography that you made fits the song well. Mettaton glances at you and doing the body roll, and you laugh, hearing the audience roar. Adding the move to the dance was a great idea. When the last note sounds, everyone stops, absorbing the performance. There's a brief moment of silence where you can only hear your labored breathing, and then the ovation begins. The crowd screams Mettaton's name over and over again, and the happiness and elation is obvious in his face. He walks to the edge of the stage. Thank you all for coming tonight, darlings. None of this would be possible without you and my crew. He turns around and motions to the backup dancers. The MTT dancers! The crowd cheers and Mettaton continues. Shiren on the vocals! The screams get louder. Napstablook the DJ! Napstablook sheds a few tears and the crowd goes crazy. And last but not least, B with the choreography! Mettaton puts an arm over your shoulder and the screams get even louder, if that's even possible. You roll your eyes playfully at your boss. Why does he have to tease his hardcore fans? The robot gives you a big smile before letting go of you. You smile back and give the crowd a little bow before leaving the stage with the others, a big grin on your face. Thank you so much for being here tonight, darlings! I don't know why I screamed that like I was in fucking rock and roll! Thank you! Some coworkers thank you for your hard work as you pass, but you don't see Mettaton anywhere. You spot the robot talking with a reporter and begin to get closer to him. When you're in the middle of the way, Archie appears in front of you with a smile. Oh, you want to talk to Metaton? I don't think so. What do you mean, I don't think so? You try to get past him, but he blocks your way. I mean that you don't work with him anymore, so you can't even be backstage. What? I was talking with the other employees, and your moral conduct this week has been terrible. So I talked with the other managers, and we decided it's better if you leave. What about Metaton? You're not my boss, Archie! He's been blinded by his affection for you. You feel a lump in your throat and take a deep breath. I want to talk to him. As I said before, I don't think so. I will literally stab you, Archie. Get fucked. I'll make sure you can't get closer to him anymore. He makes a gesture to the royal guards and they approach, towering over you. I'm like, super sorry? Me too. Before you can run, each one grab your arms and you thrash around trying to free yourself, but it's useless. The monsters are too strong. They begin to take you to the door of the venue. Nar! What the fuck? Archie laughs as he watches you and you swear his cruel eyes turn red. I had forgotten how naive humans are. One less dead weight in my way. What the fuck? He blinks as if breaking off a daze and smiles at you, his eyes normal again. Goodbye, Bee. Okay. You strain your neck around to look for Metaton to ask for help, but he's absorbed in his interview. It seemed like he forgot about your existence and the surprise he had promised you. You hang your head as the royal guard carries you to the exit, knowing that even if you called, nobody would come. Oof. Oof. This is rough. Oh my god, wait, is that a bad ending? Did I just get a bad ending? No. No. I got a bad ending. It's because I was blinded. Blinded by the lust for the robot. Alright, well clearly you know what that means. That means we're gonna do this again. Not today. Maybe not next week. But we're gonna do it again. We're gonna be a little less thirsty. We're gonna do it. Anyway, I know it's a little disappointing that we got a bad ending, but I had fun. I hope you had fun. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!